Yes.
Ooh, yeah. I saw that in the Coach Online office. I was like, okay, who's going to make Success Club this month? I was like, what? Stacy! So congrats.
Thank you.
So tonight's call, I didn't really post a topic, I don't think, because I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about. But I moved the Coach Basics call to 7 because Kelly Hanner asked me to speak on her team call, and I basically shared what I've been doing in the challenge groups, which I think that I kind of shared it last week, but I'd like to go into more detail about how I'm going to make that. What did I talk about last week, actually? Does anybody remember?
The leadership ladder.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I didn't talk about that last week. I talked about it on the Diamond call. That's what it was. I'm like, didn't I talk about this? Okay. So here's the thing. I'm going to teach you something that's going to completely change your business if you follow it the way that I'm going to teach you how to do it. I learned everything the hard way. I always have to be stubborn and bullheaded and make every single mistake and never take people's advice and listen to what people are saying, but just know I'm going to muscle my way through it, and I'm stubborn, and that's how I am. So I've had to learn everything the hard way. That's my journey in my business has been so up and down. But I finally feel like this is something that's so freaking simple to duplicate that you can take it to any person and you could duplicate it, which means that if you sign up a coach and they sign up a coach and sign up a coach, and there's 10 levels down, that person 10 levels down can have a very similar experience to the person that you recruited. So how are you going to do that? Well, first of all, my biggest mistake, I think, with coaching is I'm amazing at retail. Like, I kill it. I can close things in my sleep. It's not a problem. So I could get someone to sign up a challenge pack with like my eyes closed and like, half dead asleep. It's not a problem. 30 Success Club points a month, 40 Success Club points, not a problem. But it's what happens to those points after you sign those people up that's important. And that is where I was not good. That is where I didn't get my job done. That's where I didn't do well. I didn't have a good system. I didn't go through a challenge group, remember. I signed up as a coach before challenge group existed. I think I signed up before challenge packs existed. So believe it or not, I don't think anybody's been in, where challenge packs and challenge groups didn't exist. I had a coach who wasn't active, so I never had that experience of being in a challenge group and experiencing it and feeling like, oh my God, this is amazing, I want to do this. I signed up to be a coach because I went to an event where Shaun T was leading a workout, and I was in love with Shaun T, and I was like, sign me up, I want to do this. I want to work out with Shaun T, this is awesome. So I could close people really easily. I had a lot of success with that. I could sell. I was very good at retail, but I wasn't very good at giving people an amazing experience and creating long-term customers that turned into coaches. So even up until recently, what I would do is, get my 10, 15, 20 people that I would sign up a month, put them in a challenge group, post some motivational stuff, post some recipes, get them a little inspired, and then whoever rose to the top and lasted until the end, I'd ask them if they wanted to be a coach, and then that would be like my 1 or 2 coaches that I would get. Well, Pat Reelman talked about his 21-day group a couple weeks ago on our team call and shared how he does his 21-day groups with us. So I decided this past month to test out his 21-day group, because if I'm going to teach something to my team, I'm going to test it out to make sure that it works. So a few steps that I took, and I'm going to take you through the whole process of, how I signed someone up, what the kind of experience was, and how I got them to become a coach, or how they became a coach, and then what I'm going to do at that point. So step 1, somewhere in the 5-step process, I would get them on the phone. So usually after step 3, where I've shared a video, then I'll be like, do you have a few minutes to chat? And I'll get them on the phone. It's not super long because I've already found out their goals. I've already found out their strengths. I've already found how I can support them and fill their need. So, sorry, turned off my ringer so it's not going off. And so when I'm at that point, then I've already got them excited with the video. Then I get them on the phone. A few reasons I do this. 1, when I get them on the phone, they're so much more accountable to me. They are so much more accountable to me. And what's the point of having them in the group? To get them results, right? We all became coaches because we want to help people get results. That's the point of being a coach. Yes, we want to make businesses out of it, but really where we are in our sweet spot and where we feel good is when people do well and get results and they're better because they met us, right? So I get them on the phone. They're more accountable to me. The people that I don't get on the phone are extremely much less accountable to me. Even if it's a 15-minute call and we just chit-chat a little bit in the beginning of the call, and then I kind of go over what the details of the group are. This has been so much better at actually even, I don't really get the objection of people not really wanting Shakeology too much. Like I get it less now that I'm getting them on the phone because I can talk about the value of Shakeology on that call. You can't really talk about it when you're typing, right? I mean, you can feel it in your voice when you're talking about it on the call. Okay, so I get them on the phone. Either at step 4, if we are rushing through the process and I'm like, no, they're ready, they're going to sign up, they don't need me to call them, then I'll at least get them on the call once they've ordered their package, but before they start the group, to go over like what their package is like and what it's going to be like and stuff like that. Then once they get their package or whatever, I put them in the 4-week accountability group, and I'm going to take you to that. I'm actually going to share my screen. So it's really important that in your process, you're really getting to know what their goals are and what their needs are and how you can best support them. So sharing my screen, here's what I do with the pre-week. So in the pre-week, I just welcome them to the group, have them open their package, start cleaning out their cupboards and getting ready to have an amazing challenge. Then I do post about tracking your progress. I created a video that explains to them how to do their before pictures and measurements, and then I talk about the importance of sending me those pictures and measurements because it creates more accountability for them. So I focus on like, you don't have to, but the point is that you want to get results, right? So the best way for you to do that is to make sure that you're accountable to me by sending me those pictures and measurements. I talk about having a success partner. I have them pick a success partner in the group that they're going to be checking in on every day. I talk about, logging into Team Beachbody and signing up for the challenge so they can get their free t-shirt. This is all the pre-week. I talk about the importance of personal development. I upload The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy into the file section of the group, and I say if they want to do personal development, then they can definitely listen to that or read it. And then on day 7, I always post a video that has the 10 challenge group commitments, and I have them comment with "I will." So that's pretty much the pre-week. So I'm pretty much getting them introduced to the group. I'm getting them set up for an amazing experience, having them introduce themselves, having them take their before pictures, clean out their cupboards, start doing personal development, and find a success partner. After that, I pretty much go to, that's still my welcome to the challenge videos. I did a kickoff Zoom. That was another thing that I did. The very first Monday of the challenge at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I did a kickoff Zoom where I invited everybody to meet everybody face to face. I think there was like 4 people out of the 7 that were on that Zoom, and they all got to like kind of meet each other. I'm reminding them about their pictures and measurements. I posted the Zoom recording, and I'm trying to find my day 1 post. I post videos and motivation. So where is it? Probably a lot of you have seen it because I've been posting it in the August group and in the Beachbody graduate group. Man, I don't know where it is. Okay. Oh, I posted a little video, I guess. Anita was asking me about this. I guess I posted a little video. I don't know how long it is though. 13 seconds? Oh, I was shaking. Okay, that was my video over the workout, so I didn't explain the contest. So this is what I posted on every single day. I created a contest within the group, and I posted day 1 for the contest starts today. Post below with number 1, what was your workout? Number 2, what meal did you replace with Shakeology? And number 3, I post the Darren Daily video. And then I have them comment with something from the video, either a takeaway or some question or some action step. And then I posted, you must do all 3 by the end of the day to be eligible for the points. If you don't have Shakeology, then you can leave that one blank, but you won't be eligible for the prize. This is an honor code, so please be honest and integrity. So I have them comment on that every single day. Then the following day, once they've commented on it, I created a little image. This is the first one, which isn't as pretty as the second one that we did. And I put their name and then how many points they have. So the following day I comment with, I recognize them for a job well done, for completing day one, and they have 1 point towards the prize at the end. So I did this every single day for 21 days. Now here's the final challenge group contest points. Out of the, let's see, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So me and Cassie were in there, which Cassie's a coach, I'm a coach. So there's 7 actual challengers in there. Because Cassie just actually started with a challenger that didn't end up finishing it. So she's just kind of being a fly on the wall watching. Out of 7 challengers in there, Kara, Janet, Sherry, Missy, and Jennifer, every one of them posted every single day. 21 days. Every day for 21 days straight. So 5 out of 7 posted every day. One missed 2 days, and then the other one did about half the days. So out of 7 people, 5 posted every day. In my challenge groups, I used to have I didn't even know how much they were posting because I had 100 people in the group, and I was just like, yeah, okay, cool. My challengers are there, and I wasn't really paying attention too much to what was going on with them. But because this group is so small and intimate, I really can see what's going on with all of my people, right? Well, on day 18, I decided to post some extra points because there was 5 people that were posting every day, right? So I created a contest tiebreaker, extra points. They earned 5 points for listening to the Darren O'Lean call and posting 3 things that they learned from it. They earned 3 points for posting a workout video the following day. They earned 2 points if they referred 2 friends to me to join the September challenge, just by referring them to me. They didn't even have to sign up. Just refer me 2 people. And they earned an additional 10 points if any of those 2 people actually signed up for enrolled with a challenge pack for the following challenge group. So out of these people, I have one who is going through the challenge for the first time that wanted to be a business building coach, and she already signed up a couple people for the next group. One who was a discount coach and decided she wants to be a business builder, so she upgraded to business builder. One who was a challenger, and she upgraded to discount coach with a second challenge pack purchase. One who wasn't ready to be a coach, but she referred me somebody that signed up with a challenge pack for the September group. Another one enrolled with an additional challenge pack as a customer. She's still not ready to be a coach, but she bought another challenge pack with size. And the one girl that posted 8 times is the only girl that isn't going to do anything, that isn't going to move into the next group or hasn't referred me or hasn't upgraded or anything. So out of 7 people, 6 of them had some type of action that moved them to the next step, okay? So I'm building long-term relationships, quality relationships with these people. So I'm not having people sign up as a discount coach, stay on Shakeology for a month, and then fall off, okay? This is the key to you creating an experience for them that is so amazing that no matter what, you know that you did your job. How do I do that? The minute I start talking with them, I treat them like they're my next Melanie Mitro. They're my next Lindsay Matway. They're my next, top Beachbody coach. That's how I treat them. I treat them like they're my next rock star coach, and I pour my energy into them like that's what they are. It's not because that's what they're going to be for me, and I'm not attached to whether they do or they don't. But what I know is if I give them that experience, if I give them that type of energy, then I know out of integrity in myself that I did my job, and I can leave the relationship, no matter where it is, feeling good about what I did. And that makes me feel good about what I'm putting out in my business. And it makes me not frustrated. It makes me not angry. It makes me not like, oh my God, could I have done more? Or what's their problem? Why are they not posting? Because I know that I did everything I could to give them the opportunity to have the most success they could in that group. And I can, sit with that and know that I gave them an incredible experience. In that group, because they had success partners, because they were seeing these people post on those 3 things every single day. And one of them was the Darren Daily, which is a little bit personal. It talks about, blocks that you have and negative self-talk and things like that. They were seeing, because they were tagged in it, they were seeing every other challenger's post. So by the end of it, they were like, oh, girl, you had a bad day. Oh, we got this. Like everyone's like friends and encouraging each other, and they're just creating these bonds that are going to be lifelong bonds. They're actually part of this community where they feel like they're going there, and they have a family, and they have people that are lifting them up and supporting them. It really is this small, intimate little group that's creating such lasting, powerful relationships with them that they all want to continue. Now, another thing that I did, if they decided to become a coach, a business building coach, now they're going to move forward into my September group because they're going to be allowed to be my apprentice coach in that group. So what that means is I post on 4 different things every day. I posted on the 1, 2, 3 questions, the contest post. I asked them one personal question, which I didn't do that every day, but we're going to do it every day in this one, which was like, what's your favorite movie? What do you do for work? Do you have any animals? What's your family situation? Something, personal. I posted the contest recognition board every day, and I posted from a challenge group every day. So now that I have 2 business building coaches, they're going to be my apprentice coaches. They get to choose one of those things that they want to post on every day. So one of them chose the personal questions, and one of them chose the challenge group guide. They're already laid out for them. They don't have to come up with any new content. They don't have to learn anything new. All they have to do is post every day. So I'm just reinstilling the habit of them posting every day in this group. One of them chose not to do Coach Basics this month. She wants to wait until next month after she's done the apprenticeship. And the other one is doing Coach Basics simultaneously while she is my apprentice coach in the group, because one of them has a 3-month-old baby and she's going back to work this week. So that's why she's not doing Coach Basics, because she doesn't want to put too much on her plate, okay? So, and then, like I said, the discount coach is not ready. The other one, she's not sure. So those, if they referred me a challenger, then they also are going to go on the September group, even if they didn't become a coach. Reason being, because I want that challenger to have them there, because they're going to have more accountability with that person in that group with them, and they're going to have a better experience, and they're going to have better results because they're going to have their friend alongside them while they're going through it. So in order to be a part of the September group, which is another 4-week group, they either needed to become a business building coach and become an apprentice, or they needed to refer a challenger to me. If they didn't do either of those things, then they're going to go into the Beachbody graduate group, which is an ongoing group that we have of people that have already completed a 4-week challenge, and they're just continuing on with their journey. My hope is that we created such great lasting friendships and relationships between the success partners that they're going to be in the Beachbody graduate group. Even though there's a lot more people, they're still going to be checking in on each other every day, and they're still going to be getting a really good experience. So now, if I do the apprenticeship, and I have those 2 business building coaches, and maybe they get 2 people, right? They have 2 people that join the challenge group. They had such an incredible, amazing experience in the 21 days that they posted every day. They had the chance to win a prize at the end, which their prize is going to be the 21-day Fix Extreme that I'm giving to one person, but they didn't even know what the prize was. They just did it because they knew it could have been a shaker cup for all they knew. But ladies, you guys are like talking to each other via text, and I can see it. It's very distracting. You know who you are. Seriously. I feel like I'm like the teacher in class, and I have like these 2 students that are like talking to each other and not listening. And then one doing cardio in the corner. So anyway, so they're going to be my apprentices, right? So if they get, say they have 2 people that they sign up with challenge packs, they're going to create an amazing experience for those 2 people. And then the following month, they're going to have 2 people that are hopefully going to become their apprentice coaches. And then they're going to create their own challenge group. And then they're going to have their apprentice coaches posting in their challenge group and giving their apprentice coaches a leadership role. What is this going to do? It's going to create not so much extra work, because you're going to have like 3 or 4 coaches, and each person is going to be posting something. And I know that a lot of us do that, but what we do is we get comfortable with the ones that are doing well, and then we just like, okay, we're just going to stick with these people, and we're going to keep running challenge groups all together, and we're just going to have like one person, and we're just going to be really comfortable with us just doing it just together, and you don't keep going. But the process needs to go on. The process needs to move forward, and then they need to start breaking off and doing their own challenge groups, and then they need to start breaking off. So if you duplicate that out, you're going to have thousands of people that you're helping, thousands of people that are having an amazing experience because you helped 5 people. You helped 5 people have an amazing experience, and then you taught those 5 people to go on and help 5 more people, and then you taught those 5 people to go on and help 5 more people. So now you're helping thousands of people just by helping 5 people. That's all you have to do. 5 people every month. That's it. You do that and you're going to have thousands of people in your organization. You're going to be helping thousands of people and you're going to be making a really good living doing it. So I know that people sometimes, like I said, don't like to talk about money, but if you didn't want to make money doing this, then you would just do it for free. You wouldn't become a Beachbody coach. You just go and you'd run groups and you give challenges and you do it for free. But you do this because you want to make money doing something that you love. So why don't you do it in a way that feels really good for you? Create that amazing experience for those 5 people. Treat them like they're your next rock star, superstar, Lindsay Matway coach. Give them an amazing, incredible experience that they cannot help it but want to go and share that with every single person I know because they're so excited because you've created such an amazing experience for them that they're in, they want to keep doing it and they want to keep paying those feelings forward. That emotion that they felt in that group of feeling like they're a part of something and that people actually care about them and people have their back, that they want to go and they want to share that with other people and help them feel as amazing as they feel. So that's pretty much my spiel.
What app do you use to make your collages?
PicMonkey. That was PicMonkey. I just have my assistant create a board and save it blank. And then each time you can put the names on there. You can edit it,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
A lot of work, man. So I was like,
yeah, no, because otherwise she's got to save it new every time. She just saves it blank. That's what I do with the Success Club board. I just created it and save it blank, and then every month I just put the names on it. She puts the names on it for me. And then if you have your apprentice coach in there, then you can have somebody do the recognition post. Somebody really wants to do that and they're creative. I know Charisse would want to do that because she's creative and she'd want to create the images, somebody has talents and they want to do those things and they like to do those things. So just find the people that want to do it.
So I'm doing that currently in my group now, and I've talked to my coaches and we're all on board with doing the point system and everything. Do you feel that it's would you allow your coaches to be in your group, or do you feel like that's too big? Right now we have 30 people total, but I don't know if that's going to be too big or whatnot. And I'm telling my coaches to keep track of their people. I'll post all of the scores, but they have to get them to me by midnight tonight, and then I'll post. If they don't, then they're not going to be on the board. But I want them to start keeping track of their own people. But what are you doing for your coaches under you that want to do this too and want to be in your group? Are you not allowing them?
No, right now I'm not, because I wanted to keep the first one really small and intimate. And then now this next one is going to be just my apprentice coaches and my challengers, my new challengers. So right now, the only coaches that are going to be in my group are the people that were already in the group that are apprentices. And they're only going to get one more, and then they're going to be on their own, And it's not because I'm trying to not be mean or not support them, but this is what I think is going to create an amazing experience for their people. This is what I think is going to work so well for them that I want them to do that. Do I think 30 is too many? I don't think so. I think it'll be fine. It's your first one, so maybe it'll be fine doing it together. And if you have a coach that only has one, and you have the other one that has 5, then in the future, if they don't have a lot of people that upgrade at this point and they don't have a lot of new coaches next month, then what I would say is start having them break off into pairs, then you 2 go together and we 2 go together. And so you're running 6 different groups, but you keep it, smaller, you keep it more intimate.
Okay. So it sounds so what I'm doing now is okay, but then maybe next month, since they all got to be in this group and see it and experience it, now they can break off and do their own groups. And
that's what I would say.
Okay.
Because leadership is you're not trying to create, and this is something that I struggled with, is leaders don't create, don't have followers. Leaders help other leaders, see their true potential and reach it. So you want to start creating leadership in your downline. And how do you do that? You have to let them be a leader, and if you continue to be the one that's in charge of the groups all the time, then they don't get the opportunity to lead, because they're always going to be oh, well, Stephanie's going to do it because she's the leader, and they're kind of always going to depend on you, and not because they're lazy, but just because you're there, whereas if they can't, then they're going to step up and they're going to move into that leadership role, and you're trying to create leadership. you know? Because ultimately, everybody eventually, if they're going to go all the way in this business, you're all eventually going to be leading your own team of hundreds of people, you know? I mean, you can plug into Team Aloha for as long as you want, but if you want to be, you know, successful, then eventually you're going to be leading, you know, you're going to be doing these calls and you're going to be, you know, leading your own team of people, or you're going to be co-leading with someone, you know? So any chance that you get to move into a leadership role within Team Aloha or any of the teams, I recommend taking it, because it gives you the opportunity to step into a leadership role while you still have somebody behind you, somebody back there supporting you, you know? Which is kind of like what you get in the challenge group. So if you had 2 running groups together, and we used to kind of do this before, but we never did it like this, and this is just amazing. I'm in love. I'm like, I'm in shock. I've never, just to tell you, FYI, I've never had a group ever that I've had 5 people that have posted every day. Never. Usually if I have 7 people, I have like 1 person that's posting at the end. And the rest of them have just gone quiet. I have all the documents saved for the 21-day group. I have every single post of every single day. I have 21 personal questions that I ask. I have, you know, obviously the challenge group guide. Everybody has it. You know, I have the recognition board saved. I have it all in a folder, you know. So if you don't want to reinvent the wheel and create all of that, it's there. You don't have to do it. You can literally copy and paste my posts. But if you're going to do that, just make sure that you set that relationship up in the beginning where they really know that you care about them, and they really know that you're going to be there with them every step of the way through this group. You know, not just throwing them in the group and then copying and pasting a bunch of posts from me. But if you set up their experience with you and from the beginning to be one that they know that you're there with them every step of the way, then there's hands down, you can never fail, because you've done everything you could.
I noticed that you didn't do the points until after pre-week. I didn't realize that, so I actually am doing points starting with pre-week. Like today was introductions, and I'm like, you get a point for yourself. Tomorrow or day 3, I'm doing the actual like pictures and sending them to your coach, and I'm saying, if you send to your coach, you get a point. Like, do you think that that's a good or a bad idea?
I think that's great. I think that's a great idea.
Because I starting off points, and I was like, and I'm doing what Pat said, is doing a video every day, and like tomorrow day 2 is actually telling us your why. Like day 1 was introductions, day 2 is what's your why now, and they get during that.
I think that's a great idea. I guess the only reason I might not do that for mine is because sometimes I'll let people in a little bit late. So then what do you do if you let people in like the following Monday and they weren't in the pre-week? Then what do? They didn't get a chance to earn those points. You don't let people in late then, probably.
Well, and I do let people in late. Actually, this is the first time I'm doing points, so I guess I don't know. But if someone came in halfway through pre-week, I'd probably tag them on all the beginning posts. And so
that's a good idea.
So all of your 21-day posts, like, so the 3 questions, those are all saved somewhere, so we can copy and paste those?
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody have any questions? Shares?
Well, since I am doing it where I suggested my coaches, you know, I want them to keep track of their own people, so that they're in charge of tagging their own customers. They're in charge of giving me their numbers each night if I'm going to post them. How would you suggest if I noticed posting but my coach didn't get me their numbers? I mean, for their own people, do I make that known to the group that it's your coach that's handing me in the numbers? Like, what would you say about that?
I like that you're tagging. I think it's good that you're having all the coaches tag their challengers. But personally, I think it might be easier for everyone just to look at the day 1 post every day and write down, you know, put the names on there. I think it's going to be more difficult to have all the coaches looking and then handing them all in. So maybe you want to rotate that recognition board. Maybe week 1 you do it, week 2 another coach does it, and week 3 another coach does it. You know, that I think would be easier, because then it's going to be easier to just look at the post and just put all the names in than to have all the coaches reporting in, and then if they don't report, then they don't get points, and their challengers don't get points. That's what I would do.
I actually thought of rotating, so maybe I'll do that instead.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Okay. Well, does anybody else want to share or have any, Maria?
I
So your apprentice coaches are in next month, and then they're on their own.
Yeah. You're in my, yeah, so you're an apprentice because you're, you know, I wanted to give you and Jody that experience because you're both my coaches from that signed up last month.
Oh,
Then, so you're going to get the new experience.
okay.
So I did let two of my coaches in that signed up to be coaches just this last month because I felt that they just signed up. And so I wanted to have them be my apprentices too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would you say for like us, because I'm gonna be honest, like I've never yet ran my own challenge. I mean, usually most of the time we do it with Stephanie or someone else. So going out on our own and starting a challenge group, you think it's better to sort of start off keeping it small and intimate? How, like you said, you did this group, or?
I mean, because of the way that I think because of how I set them up, it worked really well. Now, if you're the type of person, like if I hadn't gotten them all on the phone and set them all up and set the expectation and got them all fired up and ready, it may have been a totally different experience. Because when I used to do coaching, like, okay, years ago, I used to do small groups like this, and they used to be total flops.
Okay.
I think the reason being is because the way I set them up, I didn't get them on the phone before, I didn't have a Zoom kickoff. So it wasn't setting them up for success, setting them up and they weren't feeling accountable to me. So I've had people say that like 10 to 15 is the magic number, Patrick says like 5, his 5 best friends, but he's done more than that. He's done 10.
Okay.
I did 7. So I was somewhere in the middle. I think that if you want to hook up with another coach, maybe that's on Team Malibu, like maybe that isn't Stephanie, that's, in Stephanie's downline, then maybe you could do, if you have 5 and they have 5, you have 10, that sounds great. Or if you want to hook up with 2 coaches and have 15, I think that would still be okay.
Okay.
You just have to play it out and see.
Okay.
I think it's just more like making sure that you're really being active in their experience, every day.
I was going to say that I think the phone calls are good too. And honestly, I had when I first talked to Stephanie, I knew Stephanie anyhow, but from the neighborhood and school and just knowing her for the past 2 years. But I always feel that I had told her after we went through like step 3, I was like, call me on the phone. Yeah. Because I just feel like people will not reject you as much. And plus, if I'm investing my money, I sort of want that personal connection if I'm going to buy something from you. Because I don't feel like if someone's not taking the time or if they're just texting back and forth to me that, like, I just will get totally turned off. And usually, like, reject the sale over it. I mean, you don't go to a car, you don't go buy, like, a car or anything and, like, just do it over like the computer. You go, you want to see it, you want to talk, you want to get the experience. So I've been trying to do that more often.
Yeah, it's really changed my business, is getting people on the phone, I think it's really important. It's personal touch,
What? I have a question.
Who's talking?
Me, Karen.
Oh, hey.
So when you go over the call, what do you talk about on the call after like if you've already made the sale that sold the challenge pack?
Well, then if I've already sold it, then I tell them, let me know when you get your stuff. And then I'll just kind of like call them and be like, hey, and do a little friendly, like, hey, how's it going? Whatever. And then, do you understand everything in the package? Did you read over like the eating plan? Do you know which bracket you're in or whatever for the fix? And do you understand the schedule? I mean, it's not like super in depth. It's more just to make a connection with them, really, and be on the phone with them than it is really to like go over everything, because they have everything, it's spelled out for them. It's really just to keep creating a stronger bond with them and a more quality connection.
Okay, cool.
So it's more like friendly,
Yeah.
I will say, getting them like 3 times a day, every day, and it's helped. Marissa knows that that's something I did not want to completely out of my comfort zone. Like so far out. It was ridiculous. And now that I've done it all week, I'm better. Now I'm just like, screw it. I don't even want to message anymore. Like, can we just get on the phone? And I had somebody that literally, she was in the free water group. Every time I'd post about a group, she'd be like, I'm in. And I'm like, okay, let's get on the phone. And she like would never solidify a time with me. And I was like, oh my God, this girl's never going to buy a thing. Finally today, she was like, call me, I'm available. And she was like a lay down. Like, she was like, I'm in. Like, how much? What? I'll buy. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like getting on, it's helping. Like, and I'm getting comfortable now. I'm like totally willing to do it. So just do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Just do it.
Yep. Okay. Anybody else have a share or anything?
This is Callie.
Oh, hey.
Hey, so I just wanted to kind of share with you guys like what Karen and Cassie and I are doing this month. Basically, we just went back to the basics, you know, why reinvent the wheel? And for those of you that haven't looked in the back office yet, there's a great 21-day fix, back office, everything for 21 days, posts and even pictures and links. And I kind of tied it into what Pat talked about because he said he mainly runs the 21-day fix groups, and then he does the introduction with Autumn, you know, have them get to know who she is. And that's what we're doing this month. And we did delegate weeks. So with Cassie moving, we just moved her to the last week of the month, so it's less stress. However, it's cool because we're all staying connected to our clients. Everybody is posting a little bit, but one of us steps up and takes responsibility for that one initial post. And then I also wanted to hit on what Stephanie was talking about, how she said the points for if you send me your pictures or measurements. I did that last group, and that was a huge hit. I had two ladies that were just, I really thought it was going to come down to a tie with them, but one of them, she kind of fell off because her son with baseball scholarships coming around, she got caught up in that and stuff. She was cool enough to call me today and be like, oh my gosh, I want to just let you know I didn't flake out on you. I'm still doing my workouts. I'm still eating good. So that was huge. She let me know that her change of life the past 4 weeks has impacted kids and her husband, who they're right now split up, but it's like her working out has like brought him, I don't know, it's like attracting him back to her. It's really cool. So she was ecstatic about it. And so one thing that really helped was bonus points. So another really fun way to tie in kind of who Autumn is for those of you that have done the 21-day fix, she loves bonus rounds. So that's something you can put in there, like, hey guys, here's some bonus points because Autumn loves her bonus rounds. So for today, like for instance, last week was my daughter's 5th birthday. I gave 5 bonus points away on the 27th if they were able to meet the criteria of the post. So it was really cool, and it kept people in line, and it kept them motivated, and they had fun. So Karen was in on that. She brought people in on that, so she got to experience it. And then I had Cassie in there so she could see what I was doing. So I don't know, I'm having a blast, but they're a lot of fun. So are you still there?
I'm here. Just I have
Okay.
unmuted.
It's okay. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, I'm like in the verge of having this girl sign up as a coach. She insisted on buying another challenge pack. I'm cool with. But she really likes this workout, and she had huge results. With size, she lost 12 pounds and 8.5 inches. Now she's sending me referrals of people from her work. So I'm like, hey, just like Marissa did with me, those could be your customers. So save, for those of you that have had Marissa before, or anybody that's upline on this call that was your coach at one time and now you're coaching with them on the same team, save your drafts from your Facebook messages and your emails, because those are huge to go back to.
Yeah.
Because that's really what you're gonna just say the same thing. So
For
So
sure.
yeah,
Definitely.
that's my funness I wanted to share with you guys.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right.
Anybody else? Okay, ladies. Well, thanks for getting on the call. It was recorded. I'll post the recording as soon as I get it uploaded to YouTube. Have a good night. Next week's call is canceled because it's Labor Day. I'll post it in the group. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.